Hi, everybody. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. This is a Q&A episode, and so let's actually get right to it, shall we? So, Lukezilla, a YouTube question. And so, what type of Tyrannosaur would Gorosaurus be based on? I don't mean Gorgosaurus. Yeah, I get what you mean. And so, Gorosaurus, being in the Godzilla films. With the pictures, it kind of just looks like a T-Rex, to be honest with you, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, yeah, I think that's what Gorosaurus kind of looks like, even though it almost sounds like Gorgosaurus, but I think it just looks more like a T-Rex, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, that's what I think about. Think about it. All right, Alex, your question. How did the Hadrosaurs defend themselves with from predators if the Hadrosaurs did not have the thumb spike like the iguanodonts? That's a good question, Alex. I like this question. So, how did Hadrosaurs defend themselves if they don't have that thumb spike like we see in iguanodonts? Because, Iguanodon, the iconic dinosaur Iguanodon, has that thumb spike, and it can use that thumb spike to defend itself. And so if Hadrosaurs did not have that, what did they use? Well, first and foremost, a lot of Hadrosaurs lived in herds. And so a big herd, you're more likely going to be very safe from most predators. And so a lot of the adults, healthy adults, are going to surround the young, whereas the weaker ones are actually going to be like on the back end of the herd, is because predators tend to usually go after the weaklings of a herd. And so, because Hadrosaurs had to worry about Tyrannosaurs, they also had to worry about raptors or the Dromaeosaurs. So, yeah, I mean, you actually kind of do wonder what did they use to defend themselves? I think safety in numbers, that's one thing. They have a very strong tail. Their tail is going to be used for defense. And I'd probably say they could probably deliver a nasty kick. They can probably deliver a nasty kick because, if you're a herbivore that is able to walk both on four legs and both walk on all fours and also on two, you should be able to kick. And I'd probably say, yeah, they probably kicked the predators pretty good to get them away to kind of shrug them off, so to speak. But Hadrosaurs are pretty heavily muscled, and so I'd probably say, yeah, either one of those things could actually help them defend themselves. Sound is also another thing it could use, but thing is, of how Bacher explains it, is that it could, if multiple infrasounds can go in one direction towards a predator, like one single predator, and scramble the brain, but that seems to be a little bit more towards, say, what whales do, but since Hadrosaurs are not whales, I'd probably say is that sound can be used to deter a predator to say, hey, stay away, that sort of thing. Not really to, damage the predator in any way. But yeah, good question, Alex. All right, Benjamin, is Coelophysis the best known of all Triassic predatory dinosaurs? I wouldn't really say it's the best known. I'd probably say it's one of the best known. That's all I can say about that. But Coelophysis is a well-known dinosaur. There's plenty of specimens, especially from Ghost Ranch in New Mexico. That's probably where you probably are going to see it. That there's multiple specimens of Coelophysis, and so yeah. What I say is it's the best known. It's one of them. I mean, Eoraptor's getting there. Herrerasaurus is really up there as well. So either one of those predatory dinosaurs can be considered as the best known. Is Saurophaganax a species of Allosaurus? That's a good question. Right now, it's debatable. There's one side of paleontologists that say it is another species of Allosaurus because it has too many similarities to Allosaurus. So, say, the skull is very similar, the body design is very similar, that sort of thing. But yeah, that could be one case. But then the other half of paleontologists would say it is its own species. There is some slight differences. The skull's longer, the claws are bigger, the animal's taller, longer, more heavily muscled, that sort of thing. But that remains to be seen. Right now, it is its own species. But there's some paleontologists out there that are really saying that it's probably just a larger species of Allosaurus, but we still don't know yet. We still don't know because there's not enough specimens of Saurophaganax to determine whether or not if it is another species of Allosaurus or not. Is Dilophosaurus a scavenger? First things first, we cannot categorize predators as either hunters or scavengers. Because first and foremost, all predators, all meat-eating animals, are opportunistic. And so a lot of people think of lions as just hunters. But remember, they can scavenge though too. So, a pride of lions would, be walking in the Serengeti and all of a sudden there's a dead, Cape buffalo laying there within, say, 100 yards from where they live. And so they go over there and they eat it because it's a free meal. They don't need to hunt. We always think, and some people think of hyenas as just scavengers, but really they can hunt. They can hunt. They're very intelligent creatures. And so we see hyenas hunting antelope. We see them hunting wildebeest, those sorts of things, because those are things that they can take down. Lions can take down much bigger animals than hyenas can, even though hyenas can try to do the same things. It's just that lions are more efficient at tackling much larger prey. Whereas hyenas are more designed to, say, go after animals that are, say, medium-sized to large, that sort of thing. And so, yeah. So Dilophosaurus being called a scavenger, I would not call it that. I just call it an opportunistic predator. I think it can hunt and it can hunt and scavenge. So calling it a scavenger is just kind of ridiculous to me. I think that just kind of says is that they say the skull is not strong enough to be able to do anything or make a powerful bite on certain prey. I don't agree with that. I think if you're a predator and you got teeth that are designed to kill prey, you're going to be able to kill your prey. I'd just say Dilophosaurus would probably be more likely going after smaller prey than itself, not larger prey, but more likely smaller prey. And with that little notch in that upper part of the skull, probably can hunt fish as well. So it's probably both a pescivore and a plain carnivore. And so, yeah, I'd probably say that Dilophosaurus is a opportunistic predator. And who would win, Saurophaganax or Giganotosaurus? Two gigantic predatory dinosaurs, one in the Jurassic, one in the Cretaceous, one from North America, one from South America. And so Saurophaganax, Jurassic, Giganotosaurus, Cretaceous. So they're going to be nearly the same size. It's just that Giganotosaurus has got a longer skull, and it's probably more heavily muscled, whereas Saurophaganax would have longer arms, bigger claws, and might have some pretty similar body build as Giganotosaurus, but I'd say Giganotosaurus might top Saurophaganax a little bit on this one, but it could go either way. I'd say 51% Giganotosaurus, 49% Saurophaganax. That's that close. That's what I think about it. But at least you got two mega carnivores there that are nearly similar, but one's from the Jurassic, one's from the Cretaceous, and so yeah, that's a pretty interesting one. All right, that's it for now. Next week, there will be my extra episode on the exhibit at the Milwaukee Public Museum. That is a special exhibit, so it's only there until May 18th of this year, 2022. Is the Tyrannosaurs Meet the Family exhibit. I'm going to be going there this weekend, and so I will take plenty of pictures, maybe a couple of videos, and I'll probably get them all together and get a video up for you and show you all the cool stuff that is actually in there. And so be sure to check that out for next week, the extra episode on the review of Tyrannosaurs Meet the Family exhibit. And so stay tuned for that for next week. And you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, yes, you post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger messages for private conversations. And also for YouTubers out there, make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel. Also, share the videos, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, because that way it helps out the algorithm and also gets more subscribers in. And also stop at the notification bell so that way you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out, and so that way you're notified of every weekly video. And also, you YouTubers out there, feel free to put your questions in the comment section, because as I do read them all, your questions mean a lot. And on these Q&A episodes like this, and it's awesome. You guys give some awesome questions, and I like it. And you guys keep it up, and make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Twitter at CSGRAL. It's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you. Notice if you're younger people out there, and make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have for good education. It's very important to have good educators with a good education, a good job in the future. And also in this kind of time, make sure, like, if you're not vaccinated yet, wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands if you're not vaccinated yet. So also please get vaccinated, because that way we reduce the spread of the virus. That way we can get close to a normal before what happened in 2020. And yeah, that's it for now. And I'll see you guys next week.